Step on the mic, cool head, no drama. Beat in my chest, steel plates like armor. Hands on the clock, stay push it a bit faster. Crowd on the bounce, I'm student and master. I am the heavyweight father. Call me the gaffer, I set the rope in the charter. Wordplay crisp, give rivals no quarter. Bell rings, job done, they're asking for me after.
Oh, Fabio Wardley. Oh, Fabio Wardley. I think it is absolutely crazy. We are sitting here today and Fabio knocked out Joseph Parker. Lots of controversy. Was a really good fight. Shame it was a pay-per-view. It could have got so many more views. Lots of conflicting thoughts on this situation and the fight itself. But all in all, two of them came to fight. I think Joseph Parker, that weight was always going to be a big problem. The fact that he was going to stand there with Fabio, just give Fabio the chances he was always going to need. And, you know, I don't know what it is with Fabio. Is it luck? Is it skill? It looks like the boxing gods are favouring him at the moment. Is he ready for Usyk? Probably not. Should he be fighting Usyk? Probably not. Was he meant to be the underdog in every fight he's ever been in? Yeah. So why not? Dillian Whyte said that he punches like an elastic band. And when you were watching Fabio, he was boxing really impressively, especially for the first part of the fight. Really had a lot of strength and energy about him. He was enforcing himself. Some of the punches Fabio was landing on Joseph Parker sounded like he was punching concrete. I don't know how Joseph managed to stay in there as long as he did. I really liked Joe. I really liked Fabio. I wasn't really eager for the fight because I thought Joe was going to take it away from Fabio single-handedly boxing. I really enjoyed Fabio and I didn't want to go and see that. I was at Ipswich this year. I had ringside tickets for that. It was one of the best nights I had. And I thought I don't want to risk going to see Fabio lose against Parker. So fair play. Proved me wrong, proved everyone wrong. It's a bit upsetting he's not getting the credit he really deserves at the moment because, quite frankly, he has been the highlight of the Riyadh season. Fabio has just been in a great fight after great fight. He's been putting up really good performances against really good opposition. He's always the underdog. Listen, Usyk's getting old. It doesn't mean Fabio can win, but Usyk is getting old. And someone, at some point, Father Time always wins. So I reckon, get Fabio in there. I don't want to see a rematch straight away. I generally think that it was a fair stoppage. Maybe I'm crazy, but there was multiple points in that fight where loads of unanswered punches. Compare it to the UFC. The referees jump in. Is it right? Is it wrong? Do we want to see a knockout? I don't know. I don't really want to see Joe Parker flat on his back. Or do I? Maybe. Maybe you could have outlasted it. Fabio was pretty gassed. However, he spat his gum shield out. He was getting really bothered by that cut towards the end of the fight. He just wasn't in the mood for the fight. Dave Coldwell said that he looked like he was just giving the fight away. And I just think when you're in there with someone like Fabio, who just seems like he doesn't really know how to lose, has that kind of belief that we wished Anthony Joshua would show, that we wished sometimes Tyson Fury would show, although credit to Tyson, he's done some pretty crazy stuff himself. But last time I remember there being like a special feeling around a fighter and what he does was Fury versus Wilder when he first went down and then he rose from the dead. But I put that more down to like gypsy magic. Now it seems like Fabio's got the boxing gods on his side. He's kind of like the guy from God of War, Kratos. He's, you know, an outcast. He shouldn't be beating the people he is beating, but he's destroying them. So why not give him a chance against Usyk? What do we do with Parker? I think get Parker in with Daniel Dubois. I think Parker beats Daniel. It's a good fight. They both need a kind of a fight to get him back in the mix. Obviously the timelines don't really match, so that's hard. Ajit's going to be fighting as well, but we don't know who he's fighting against. Moses still hasn't got an opponent, but I don't think I want to see Parker in that kind of fight. I feel really bad for Parker that he hasn't managed to get his shot against Usyk, because it didn't look like Usyk was interested. But quite frankly, 265 had me on alert. That was one of the reasons I felt really obliged to get a video out yesterday, because it was just crazy. I thought, oh my god, the chance for Fabio to do it is finally here. Really scary if you're a Fabio fan, Fabio himself, because Usyk is the real deal. I mean, he knocked out Daniel Dubois. That was crazy. I was at Wembley for that. He's taken out Joshua and Fury, and everyone moans about refereeing, but I've never seen a British ref give Joshua the decision or a helping hand. In the Parker fight with Joshua, it was just making the fight uncomfortable for everyone. It wasn't giving AJ a hand or Parker a hand. It was just ruining the fight for everyone. So obviously people will say different, I'm sure. However, we are now in a situation where Usyk needs a fight. If you're Usyk, you don't have to really worry yourself about going in there with someone crazy. Fabio has built an incredible kind of fan base and resume during this whole Riyadh season. He's known for the Riyadh season. And I bet Usyk 100% thinks he wins that fight. Why wouldn't you? You've beaten Dubois, you've beaten AJ, you've beaten Usyk, you've beaten Fury, fought Chisora. Why would you not think you can beat Fabio Wardley? But maybe, just maybe, that's going to be the perfect kind of little helping hand Fabio will need. Just let Usyk be a little bit more comfortable than maybe he would with Fury. Maybe he would with Daniel Dubois. So let's see. But get into Ipswich, get to Portman Road. That would be a good stadium to fill out. I think they could sell the whole thing there. Could it do Wembley? Maybe. I think they really screwed Fabio with his pay-per-views, in the sense of the undercards have been really bad. So if it was a Fabio fight with a good undercard, it would be well worth it. But the undercard being as bad as it is, I think hasn't helped build his popularity or the kind of fan base that he could have right now, because he's special. I mean, I don't remember a fighter being this kind of special. He just seems to have everything we want: the confidence, the belief, and the balls to get in there and just go have a fight, mate. Doesn't matter. He looked like he was really fast. Yeah, I thought he was going to be really tired, but he looked really fast. His shots were slipping in. He was just flinging them right from the hip, and that's the kind of energy we need. I don't think Fury or AJ have that kind of belief. I think they've been so programmed to fight a certain way, because of the experience, maybe because of the Olympics, because of the big amateur resume, that's what Usyk's kind of the master of. But sometimes with fighting, we just want to fight, and that's what Fabio is going to bring to the situation. So do I think Fabio wins it? Hell yeah, because at some point someone's going to win it if he stays around. Does it take anything of Usyk if Fabio wins? No, not at all, because I think it's about time with these fighters we start just saying, we appreciate that you've had the fights, you've got a defeat on your record with a good fighter, and that's how it goes. UFC's like that. A little side note, if you saw the UFC last night, Tom Aspinall, the people saying that he quit, listen, I think with Curtis Blades, he definitely quit, or it didn't look good for him, and I think there's been a lot of sceptical times. It did look like he quit, but when you look at how far that finger went in, I'm not being funny, he probably doesn't even understand where he's been poked. It looked like it went into his brain, like could have taken out the nerve of his eye on the other side. That's how deep that finger was. Not good for Tom. It's going to give John Jones a lot to kind of go on about, but yeah, just a little side note. Hopefully Tom gets back in there. Hopefully his eye's okay, because that's the thing. That's gnarly in the UFC. They've got to sort that out. But really exciting. The heavyweight division at the moment has just been magical. I've really enjoyed all the British heavyweights last 10 years. Hopefully they keep coming through. Somehow we just keep spawning great heavyweights out of nowhere. It might be the marketing, but they've been fun. They've been good characters. Do I want to see Moses and Fabio? Nah, not yet. I don't know. If it's got to be Usyk next, maybe we do Moses and Fabio after that. But I just think they're both really good characters. Do we have to get them fighting each other right now? Maybe not. But I'm excited for whatever Moses does. I'm excited for whatever Fabio does. And the heavyweight division could potentially be on fire right now. Who do I think is the most likely to beat Usyk? Probably Ajit Caballero. I think really he's a dark horse. Do I think Ajit and Fabio would be a good fight? Again, I'd be doubting Fabio could do it, but everything we've seen from Fabio, he does the impossible. So for now, all my cards are going to be going on Fabio KO by balls of steel. And if anyone else doubts that, I think you'd be crazy, because sometimes they got stuff and they don't look pretty, but sometimes they just know how to fight. Let me know what you think. I'm sure a lot of you thought Joseph was hard done by there, and I could totally understand that, but I also can see a world where the fight should have been stopped a couple of times. So depending on who you are, do we give the ref a hard time? I don't think so. Joe wasn't really complaining about it. His team wasn't complaining about it. Fabio's face looked better than Joe's face. Looked like he'd really gone for a fight, and it just looked a lot of times where he was uncomfortable. But let me know, give me a comment, give me a like, subscribe. I'm going to keep making videos. It's not just going to be this boxing stuff, but the fight last night was amazing. Thanks Fabio, thanks Joe, and hopefully they heal up soon and we get these bad boys back in the ring.
Step on the mic, cool head, no drama. Beat in my chest, steel plates like armor. Hands on the clock, say push it a bit faster. Crowd on the bounce, I'm student and master. I am the heavyweight father. Call me the gaffer, I set the road every charter. Wordplay crisp, give rivals no quarter. Bell rings, job done, they're asking for me after.